And so by solving by substitution requires you follow these steps. First, you look at your two equations and you choose one of those equations, and you solve for one specified variable. Okay, so in this particular case, you can either solve for x's or solve for y's. It's probably going to be easier to solve for x's, and so I'm going to take this equation right here and I'm going to solve it for x. So if I take x minus y equals 2 and solve for x, I'm going to add y to both sides, and I get x is equal to 2 plus y. Once I get to this step, we move on to the second part of this, and that is to plug in this value into the other equation. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my equation x plus 6y equals 2, and since I know x is equivalent to 2 plus y, I'm going to substitute that in, and I'm going to solve this resulting equation. Okay, and so when I go through to solve, I get 2 plus 7y is equal to 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. I get 7y is equal to 0. Divide by 7. I get y is 0. So that allows you to solve for one of your variables. And so your final step here is going to be to back substitute. In order to find the other variable. Okay, and so that requires that we take this value, y equals 0, and plug it right back up into the equation that we started or found in step 1. So x is equal to 2 plus substitute in 0, and we get our value for x to be 2. And so those would be your solution. When you write your solution, you're going to write it as a set of coordinates. X value is 2, y value is 0, so that would be your solution. So if we try it here on this other example, and we just go through these steps. Step 1, you're going to solve one of the equations for one variable. So when you look at these, you usually want to find the variable with a leading coefficient of 1. So here we're looking at a y. So I'm going to take my equation 2x plus y equals 5, and I'm going to solve for y. So to do that, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. I have 5 minus 2x. So there's my first step. I'm then going to plug this into the y of my second equation. So I'm going to take 3x minus 2, and instead of writing y, substitute in the corresponding expression for y. And then I solve this resulting equation for x. So I'm going to distribute my 2, or negative 2. Get negative 10 minus a minus becomes plus 4x. Combine my x's, 3x and 4x is 7x. Add 10 to both sides is 14. Divide both sides by 7, and I get x is 2. So I found one of my variables. My last step is to back substitute, so I'm going to take this equation, y equals 5 minus 2x. But because I already found what x is, I can substitute that in, and I get my solution 5 minus 4, or y is equal to 1. So my solution for this is an x coordinate of 2, a y coordinate of 1, and that is my answer.